After taking a look at the handful of Pokemon and items that have been banned from official competitive play at various times for one reason or another, the obvious next step is to discuss some of the moves that were also prohibited from being used. I figured I might as well just bundle them all together in one video, so first of all, let me drop the 411 on Skydrop. Skydrop is a move introduced in Generation 5. It's a 2-turn move where the user carries a target into the sky on turn 1 and drops them down, dealing damage on turn 2. Between the pickup and the drop, both the user and the target are semi-invulnerable. I honestly really love this move because even though it's a bit similar to Fly or Bounce, it feels very unique with its execution. With Pokemon existing how they are, it just makes sense for this to be a move. It really isn't a signature move as a good group of Pokemon can learn it, but it's often associated with Braviary, as this was a Pokemon introduced in the same generation and is the same type as a move. It's weird to see that over the years Braviary has remained a pretty relevant Pokemon, being used by Cynthia in Black and White and now receiving an amazing regional variant in Legends Arceus. Look, it can even use Skydrop on its own trainer. Skydrop also interacts with some other moves and mechanics in interesting ways. Of course, like Fly, it doesn't grant full immunity to moves like Smackdown, Thunder, Precipice Blades, and so on. But its most notable interaction is with the move Gravity. This is a psychic move that grounds all flying type and levitating Pokemon for 5 turns, making them vulnerable to ground type moves. As you would expect, this also works on Pokemon in the air with Skydrop. But in Generation 5, it actually caused a glitch where the target taken into the air with Skydrop will be stuck when gravity activates, while the original user will be free to attack. Yo, it's GatorX, and it's time for a throwback as we have a live battle, or at least it's going to be a live demonstration of the Skydrop glitch. You can actually do this in-game without having to battle anybody online, because there are a few trainers who will double battle. So here I've got Tornadus and Sigilif, just some easy Pokemon that are able to learn the moves that we're going to need for this glitch. So Tornadus, being the fastest, is going to use Skydrop on Simisear here, so that's going to bring them both into the sky with the invulnerability. Simipour is going to move here, but now we get onto Sigilif that uses Gravity, and that will bring both Tornadus and the Simisear back down to the ground. And at this point, everybody's already moved, and Simisear should be stuck. Simisear shouldn't be able to do anything. So going on to the next turn, we're going to attack with Tornadus and Sigilif. And Tornadus is going to be able to go first, having the highest speed. So here's Tornadus' move with Air Slash. And then after that, we're going to get Simipour's move, which it's actually going to use Scald. And it's actually pretty crazy because it gets the burn. It's been so long since I've commentated a battle live. I used to do content like this, but not so much anymore. But now this should be where Simisear moves, except it doesn't, and that allows Sigilif to move. So as you can see, Simisear didn't attack at all. It's the end of the turn, we're getting the burn damage with Tornadus, and now this will allow me to basically just sweep up the battle here. Again, this is just an NPC, they're nothing special. That's basically the battle. That's how the glitch works in action and in real life. Hopefully this worked out, but let's get back to the rest of the video. Because of this glitch, the move Skydrop was banned from online official competitive play during Generation 5. In later games, the move was fixed and everything was fine from there. It's just so crazy to see that this actually happened. The idea of just carrying a Pokemon out of existence is hilarious to me. The next move is Dark Void. If you've been playing Pokemon recently as we trudge back through the Sinnoh region, you might recognize Dark Void as Darkrai's signature move. This move has an 80% chance of putting the target to sleep, and in double battles it can be used on both of the opponent's Pokemon at the same time. This is extremely powerful because it makes both the opposing Pokemon sitting ducks while you get to do whatever you want. But since Darkrai is a mythical Pokemon, it's not allowed in official competitive play anyway, so there's nothing to worry about, right? Well, there is this one Pokemon, one that could potentially harness this dark power for its own and cause nightmares for players around the world. It's this heckin' doggo right here. Smeargle is a great Pokemon. It's from Gold and Silver and it has such a fun gimmick. Smeargle only learns one move every 10 levels, Sketch. This allows it to permanently copy any move that it sees being used in battle, so Smeargle's potential moveset is pretty much limitless. and this was a perfect loophole to take advantage of a powerful exclusive move. Smeargle wasn't banned from tournaments because it wasn't a mythical Pokemon, and its stats were just decent enough, so just give it Dark Void and some other good moves and there you go, you're all set. It really didn't even matter if Smeargle wasn't particularly powerful, as long as it could resolve a Dark Void, you were already in a good position. Smeargle is the new Dark Lord, and because of this, the move itself was banned from being used in official tournaments. And on top of that, in Generation 7, a few changes were made to Dark Void, just to absolutely make sure this wouldn't happen. Instead of an 80% chance to put to sleep, it was changed to a 50% chance. And on top of that, Dark Void could only be used by Darkrai. It could still be sketched with Smeargle, but if selected in battle by a Pokemon other than Darkrai, the move would fail. The same goes for other copying moves like Gimmick, Assist, and so on. And so the Dark Lord was restrained for the good of humanity. It's actually pretty crazy that in Pokemon's history of official tournaments, really only 2 moves had to be banned. One for a glitch that was eventually fixed, and the other because apparently that's not how you were supposed to play the game. However, there is one more interesting story that I think we could count. Back during Generation 7 in Pokemon Ultra Sun and Moon, the moves Curse, Forest Curse, Power Trick, and String Shot were banned from VGC. This is because for some reason, when any of these moves were used during the live competition mode, they would cause the game to crash. Why exactly? Well, who knows. Probably just some weird oversight with how the games were made or how the battle system was built. Honestly, pretty typical for Pokemon. But it is pretty interesting. Worth a thinking emoji or even a laughing while crying emoji, because something as simple as Caterpie using String Shot could crash the game. None of these moves were really good anyway, so the likelihood of them being used during an official competition were pretty low. But you can never be too safe. These aren't as notable because they're pretty insignificant and don't have a cool story behind them, but they do count as banned moves nonetheless. And there you have it, every move banned from official competitive Pokemon. Not a long list, but definitely a cool little story to tell at your next gathering, whenever that is. Like I mentioned, for as long as Pokemon has been around and for as, let's say, volatile the games can be at times, I'm surprised with how few Pokemon moves or items really became a problem that had to be immediately addressed with restrictions rather than mechanical changes or nerfs in the next game. Of course, this excludes legendary and mythical Pokemon, which are prohibited for their power and or exclusivity. But of course, that's just the video games. The card game is where things get really crazy. TCG players are just lucky they've never had to deal with a Dark Lord Smeargle. He's still hidden deep in the catacombs, bound by blessed chains. We can never be too safe. But anyway, hey, this is GatorX, and let me know what you think in the comments below, and if you enjoyed the video, leave a like and subscribe to show your support. You can follow me on Twitter as well, and I've also got the vlog channel that you can check out at the end. But anyway, this has been GatorX. Have a nice day.